Hello, everyone, and welcome to Crypto Atlas. This is going to be a focus on the second quarter earnings call for AMC, the movie theater stock. Guys, there is some huge news that came with this. I'm going to try and throw everything at you real quick so that you have the opportunity to be able to get the gist of everything that took place during that earnings call, but in a nice little organized kind of condensed video. If you guys are new to the channel, I cover a lot of news and information that's going on with AMC movie theater stock. I also talk about cryptocurrency on this channel, hence my name. And yeah, feel free to subscribe. I would love for you guys to be a part of this community. We are trying to push over to 10,000 subscribers. Hit that thumbs up like button as well. It helps us out with the YouTube search algorithm. And feel free to share this video on social media if you think other people would find this to be helpful. Please keep in mind, I'm not a financial advisor. Everything I'm sharing is my own opinion. It's my own research, and I highly encourage you guys to do your own research as well. I am sharing what I collected of notes off of this call. The call literally just ended. So let's go ahead and start with these key points. First off, there were more than 10,000 investors that were listening live during the call itself. That's not including everybody that's going to be looking to listen to the replay of the call and looking up YouTube videos like this, over on Twitter, discussions, everything else like that. For the second quarter, AMC is stronger today than since the pandemic started with closures in March 2020. Liquidity at 100-year high at the end of quarter two. $2 billion of liquidity is double the Q1 mark. Earnings for quarter two went well beyond their expectations. $445 million overall ticket admission in 2021 versus 2019 pre-pandemic, 29% of what it was 2 years ago in 2019, 45% so far in quarter three of the 2019 level. Reduce showtimes to save on theater expenses at capacity utilization, the percentage of seats sold, was 61% of 2019 quarter two and 68% so far in quarter three. Trend is pointing up. So the big thing to take away from that is that if you focus on the capacity utilization, again, that's the percentages of seats sold, that actually has a much higher reflective percentage by comparison to that of the pre-pandemic levels. Continuing on. In quarter one of 2021, over in Europe, 2% of the 2019 levels, whereas it was 18% of the 2019 levels and 57% of the 2019 levels. Utilization quarter one was 53% of 2019 levels. Quarter two is 56%. I just realized this for the top part right here probably doesn't make much sense. I'm trying to remember what those percentages we're referencing now, so my apologies on that. Anyways, let's focus on the rest of these points that I do remember. Utilization, quarter one was 53% of 2019 levels. Quarter two is 56% of the 2019 levels, and quarter three so far is 59% of the 2019 levels. Oh, yeah. Okay, my bad. So it was first quarter, second quarter, and then of so far. And that was over in the Europe side in just a traditional sense. And then we're talking about the utilization like we're just talking about for the seats. Continuing on, COVID still exists, so it is still an uphill battle. As more get vaccinated, cash flows are expected to turn positive. There's no debt maturities until the year 2023. Most don't come until the year 2026. So that's really good news. Radio, TVs, VHS, DVDs, they all said that it would destroy the movie theaters. Well, now they're using the same excuse. They're saying that for the streaming services, right? Because people are saying, oh, movie theaters are not going to be around anymore because people are to watch Disney Plus and Netflix and Amazon Prime and stuff. But like they said these same things with these other ones. So it's a very good point. And then also 2019 was a record high for the movie industry, and that was, or for the movie theater industry, and that was $43 billion. Quarter two cash burn is $85 million. Quarter one's cash burn, by comparison, was $121 million. So their numbers have actually dropped down on that specific metric, which is great. That's very good news. Cash interest spent was significantly higher in quarter one. One, this ensures liquidity. Two, reduce of debts. Three, investing in companies. And four, pursuing different partnerships. These are all different things that they're looking to continue to try and help them moving forward. We'll close underperforming locations and pursue highly attractive locations as well. Continuing on beyond that, new theater announcements 2 new leases to be added in Los Angeles should open later this month. It might be 10 new theaters now. There are 6 that are currently in process in locations such as Chicago and Atlanta. The other 4 are kind of on the table. They're reviewing them and seeing what they could do with it. They started implementing sporting events and concerts. AMC is on the case in regards to working with GameStop. This got brought up several different times during the call. Cryptocurrency. This is absolutely massive news, because at the end of this year, their expected rollout of including into like the back end so that you can actually be able to use it to spend it, etc. They will be accepting Bitcoin for tickets to be purchased via online by the end of this year. That is absolutely massive news, and I'm so extremely happy and bullish to hear that. I mean, as you guys can tell by my YouTube channel name, as I mentioned before, I talk about crypto, and I support crypto too. This is a big deal. Warner Brothers partnership until the year 2020. That's too many 20s. Until the year 2022, that will have 45 days until they can be seen from home. So it'll be playing the movie theaters for about a month and a half until it has the opportunity to be able to see on DVD or Blu-ray or on a streaming service, right? New policy suggested by Adam Aaron. This is not something that's in effect yet. It's just something that he's proposing. So he's suggesting that the CEO must be required to hold at least 8 years of his salary, which is $12 million in AMC shares. Respectively, other positions inside the company would be 6 years, 4 years, and 2 years in their salary of shares. And Adam Aaron has not sold one share in the last 5 years. He gifted some of his AMC stock to his children. He does not intend to sell any shares in the month of September. He said that he might sell limited supplies in the future. As you know, he's getting older. He's going to be turning 67 years of age, and he wants to diversify some things, and like a lot of his holding positions are actually inside of AMC stock. So I think it's understandable if he wants to sell some of his stuff, and he hasn't sold in the last 5 years. I mean, he's more of a hodler than like 99% of everybody that's even doing AMC right now, right? Anyways, moving on. And by the way, he mentioned that that's going to be like sectioned off, so it's not going to be able to just dump everything on the market. He'll have a limited amount that he plans on having set up through a third party. That way, then he can't just flood the market with that. He can only be limited to certain amounts. Okay, as far as for some of the questions that they got, like the dividend question, which everyone was wondering if they were going to mention anything about how many shares there are versus how many people actually cast the vote. They didn't say that. They just asked the question. They didn't touch on that at all. So for the dividends question, they said they cannot pay dividends out until potentially even a year from now. Like, it's not on the table. They've got other debts that they need to focus on and trying to pay. So maybe a year from now that can be reapproached. They are open to reaching out to GameStop to work together. As far as for drive-in theaters, it's a bad economic idea. Lots of asphalt would be needed. It creates too much distance from the movie theater screen, as well as a seasonal-based thing. Possible COVID surge, if that was to take place, well, as it is, they're just trying to continue staying safe and having clean protocols. Some debt is at a discount right now, which may let AMC pay it back sooner. Partnerships will help fight against the streaming services. Mentioned having a few tricks up their sleeves coming. Curious to see what those will be. AMC merch may be sold at AMC theaters. They have about 600 locations, so it's something they would need to explore about, the cost efficiency of something like that, if people would actually buy the merch, etc. Live theater may be possible to stream movie theaters. So when I'm talking about live theater, we're literally talking about, Broadway type stuff, Shakespeare and everything. Maybe there's opportunities that are there with that to explore further. AMC is willing with GameStop to organize some events. So again, as it was mentioned several different times, they are not sure about really having a gorilla as a mascot. Somebody had suggested that, and Adam Aaron said he's like, I understand why you're saying that. He's like, we haven't had a mascot before. They don't necessarily know if they need one or want one, so yeah, they're not really sure. Exclusive content with movie theaters is a potential on the table. The thing is that if you're going to go off and film your own movies, that's a risky business, and so it could pay off really well or it could really bite you. A full entertainment center would require a lot more capital, so if people are thinking of like, hey, convert it also into laser tag and to do these other things that are there. Well, if you're having to adapt it, it's like, how many locations are you going to be doing that? at? Is it going to be all 600 locations? Is it just going to be a couple? Obviously you need more money in order to be able to create all that stuff. So maybe in the future. More people are buying food and drinks right now to get the full experience at the theaters, so they are spending more money because of everything that we're seeing with inflation. That is impacting also the market as far as for the cost of goods and services. So just keep that in mind. And you know what? That's actually it. So I tried to condense everything down for you guys. I have referral links in the description if you want to earn free cryptocurrency or free stocks. I'm an AMC holder. I support the movement, guys. I believe that we are still in this, and I can't wait until these people have to pay off their debts, because they got to do it at some time. All we got to do is keep holding. You guys are absolutely awesome. If you guys can, let us know in the comments what you're most excited for. If you ask me, it's the fact that they're going to be accepting Bitcoin. That's what I'm most excited for. And don't forget to hit subscribe, hit the thumbs up like button, and feel free to share the video on social media. And I will see you guys, and I will see you guys in the next episode.